What's going on, everybody? A little late getting this one out. Yesterday, I had a 12 plus hour workday on a Friday, getting some things done, and then I coached some basketball this morning for some kids. So, apologies, but we're going to get into this. Going to do something a little bit different. We're going to actually count down the cards rankings in this set. Old school Swin Cash, Kyrie Irving, Shaq as the Pink Diamonds. Shaq's going for over $1 million in the auction house right now. You can see right here, 1.3 million MT for the whales. It's a toy for the whales out there. If you get them in a pack, hey, all respect to you. Kyrie Irving, Swin Cash, who is getting shredded online by a bunch of little baby boys. And then we got some quality cards here. Scotty Barnes, Pete Maravich, Tim Duncan, Alyssa Thomas as the Diamonds. My personal favorite, Shane Battier, usually defensive beast. We'll see if he's actually good as an Amethyst. Dejanay Carrington hit a pretty critical bucket against the Valkyries in the playoffs for the Lynx this week, advancing. Jose Calderon and Naz Reid, Minnesota Colts legend. So, what we're going to do is we're going to count down from 11 on down because I think you guys are going to be surprised what might be the actual best card in this set. So, let's get to it. Dejanay Carrington, as you see, comes in 35.90 or 35.58. And I mean, the big thing in 2K community is the size of these players. They're undersized. They did a really good job with Dejanay's model here. It looks really realistic, actually. Big props for 2K for doing a good job on the models, but Dejanay is just not going to be a very competitive 35 for a Metascore. I mean, just set aside the fact that this is a WNBA player because there's plenty of Amethysts, just normal NBA players out there that have Metascores under 40. If you see a Metascore under 40 on this website for an Amethyst, it's just generally not going to be a card that is worth it. Even if you're in salary cap, you can find cards that can outperform that. Even Series 1 Rubies can do that. You can see Dejanay, though, they gave her some good shooting badges over here. And, the attributes, like her shooting stats are good. No, can't dunk at all. Those are 25s on there. Interior defense, 87. Perimeter defense is actually good, 94. She's actually a very good defensive player at times. 87 speed with ball, 96 agility. I also kind of feel like she's been on a bunch of teams in the last few years. Like I said, they gave her some good shooting badges here for an Amethyst, shifty shooter, a set shot specialist. What I would do, though, is I would see if you can get this to Hall of Fame for Deadeye if you were actually going to use this player. But honestly, we're not going to spend that much more time on her. Let's get into the next reveal. For number 10, we got Jose Calderon, Amethyst card. So Jose Calderon, as you can see, point guard, also undersized. Well, 6'3". I guess that's not too bad, but anything under that would have been undersized. But his build is a little slight. So shooting stats are good, 89, 85 in the midi. Driving dunk, 45, not great. So it's going to be a lot of layups for Calderon. 95 pass accuracy, can't rebound the ball. Speed is 83 for an Amethyst point guard of his size. I mean, I literally don't see any reason to be using this card. So, and he's under a 40, so that's just kind of how it is for that one. So let's do the next one in the reveal. We got Pistol Pete Maravich, and yeah, he's a diamond, but only ranking 9th in this set. So Petey here, 6'5". That's the thing that he does have going for him. I mean, shooting wise, his release has been good. I mean, in older 2Ks, they made him an absolute demon, but I feel like he's been getting nerfed in recent years. So 93 on the 3-ball, 92 midi. I mean, I would have liked to have seen this even higher. I mean, we're talking about Pete Maravich diamond. It's just, I want to see that jacked up. Rebounding, not great. Perimeter defense, 80. Speed of the ball, 89. Vertical, 80. Badge-wise, Ankle Assassin, Deadeye, that's definitely good to have on him. Limitless Range, too. Okay, so they gave him some good Hall of Fame shooting badges. This early on in the game, I mean, the badges do matter, how many Hall of Fames you get on some of these players, but even then, this is still kind of like a very mid card for a diamond point guard. Mike Conley, Game On is better. I mean, we've been getting some good cards in place of that one, so... next up, we got Naz Reid. So Naz, center power forward, 6'9". I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to put him at the 5. It's just kind of a bit undersized there. So a lot of his post stats, I mean, even in the low 80s, driving dunk 80, standing dunk 80, just not super great. He is a stretch 5, though, stretch 4 or 5, so that's good. 85 on the 3 ball. I like that they gave that to him. Strength is 90, stamina 95, so he can play for a while. Brick walls on there. That's pretty much it. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's not really going to be a very competitive card. It's kind of like a budget Julius Randle, in my opinion. This one I was a little disappointed to see wasn't as good as I was hoping. This is Shane Battier. I mean, 43.76 is still good for an amethyst. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, the big thing is like for Battier, he's a defensive beast, and his 3 balls usually pretty good. 6'8" at a shooting guard position is nothing to sneeze at either. 86 3 ball. Would have liked to have seen this kind of closer to 90, but it's fine. Driving dunk 85, perimeter defense 89. That's the key thing right there. So it's pretty good for an amethyst card. 70 interior, offensive rebounding not great. Speed is not great as well, which is kind of limits the card a little bit. And then badge wise, all these goals they gave him off ball pass for Hall of Fame and set shot specialist. So catch and shoot type. Yeah, I mean, like I'm a little disappointed. I mean, if you get him and you're just kind of just starting out, it's probably a good spot for him. And you might be like me, you might like Shane Battier cards, but this one doesn't really move the needle much for me. Okay, and big surprise, but maybe not if some of you have been on this channel for a while. Coming in number 6 is Kyrie Irving, 44.24 meta score for a pink diamond. That is actually a pretty poor showing for a pink diamond here. Kyrie, see, 6'2", 195 pounds. Attributes, a 93 on the 3 ball, 96 on the midi. Driving dunk is only a 40. I mean, I would have been a little nicer to him there. I know this is his Mavs iteration, so maybe that's justified. Pass IQ, pass accuracy, 90. Steal, 82. Perimeter defense is 92 at the point guard position. That's actually really nice. Speed, 94. Speed with balls, 94. Just outstanding there. Hustle, 87. Badge-wise, Ankle Assassin, Handles for Days, Layup Mixmaster, Lightning Launch, Limitless Range, Mini Marksman. He's got some hookups for the Hall of Fame badges, but this is getting into like undersized territory. I mean, he might as well just be like a WNBA player. He's actually has a lot of similarities with those players. It's just that he has some pretty awesome badges to go along with that. And his handle animations are always on point too. They're pretty good. Kyrie's got the nice little pull-ups and dribble styles, so you might be into it for that. But I wouldn't break the bank for that card. Next up, number 5, Connecticut Suns, Alyssa Thomas. Yes, Alyssa is actually better than Kyrie Irving. Kind of shocking. They actually made an effort to juice the WNBA cards, but nobody notices because it's just drowned out by a bunch of little babies out there. But 6'2", 190 pounds. 91 mid-range, 74 3 ball is not great. Post stats are very good. Ball handling and pass IQ, 95. That actually kind of does matter. In like just contexts like this where you could use her like a wing and you have primary ball handler scorers, because then on these other stats, she would actually be useful in those types of lineups. 87 perimeter defense, 96 in the interior for 6'2". 90 rebound, 86 speed, 84 speed with ball. See, this is what I like to see. It's very subtle, but if you look at the data as much as I do, this is actually a very good budget WNBA player to put on your roster. And look at this. They gave her on-ball menace, paint patroller, paint prodigy, physical finisher. I'm actually very fascinated by this card. I wonder how much it's going for. Oh, man, like nothing. Yeah, so you can probably get her for like 25,000 MT or like under 30,000 MT. And honestly, I would consider it. This is actually a very good card for like, budget lineups, 44, 38. Just a cheap option. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way that turned out there. So let's move right along. At number 4, we got Tim Duncan, old school. Not surprisingly, I expected this to be one of the good cards. I bet you Timmy right here is kind of expensive. No, okay, cool. So maybe you can get him for close to 100,000 MT. I think that's definitely within like market range. I think that's pretty fair if it is indeed the case. But for Timmy, I mean, what can we say? We got this card. We got to see this card a lot, I feel like, in 25. So he was absolutely just a beast in 25. Especially the season 4 reward. I think he was season 4, maybe season 5. I'm pretty sure it was like season 4, maybe season 3 even. But anyway, 6'11", definitely the ideal power forward. I don't really use him in the center too much. Now, oh man, 48 3-ball. That stinks. I'm very, you can tell in my voice probably, I'm very disappointed in that. But post stats are good. Driving, standing dunks, good. Perimeter defense, 83. Interior, 95. So I'm glad to see at least an 95 interior defense. Still no Alyssa Thomas, though. 90 defensive rebound, speed with ball. Obviously, he's 6'11", so he clears Alyssa Thomas. That's why it's a higher ranked card. I'm just being a joker. Stamina's 98, very impressive. Box out beasts, movable enforcer, paint prodigy, paint patroller, and a few other ones. Rebound. I always love rebound chaser. I think it's a undervalued card in the game. But yeah, no real issues there. I mean, yeah, I would have liked to have seen the 3-ball higher, but it is pretty early, so we can't get everything that we want. Next up, again, so this is kind of the theme with this set. It is the deliberate effort, very clear. I actually am now convinced that they have been getting the feedback from players that they are unhappy with WNBA being in competitive MyTEAM. I mean, it's fine. Just don't use the cards. Just let them experiment and let them cook. That's what I think. 6'1", 171 pounds. Small forward, shooting guard. Yes, very small at the 2, but I mean her stats are so juiced, right? 95 midi, 88 3-ball, post stats, 97 driving layup, driving dunk only 70, but you can still dunk with her. Pass IQ, pass accuracy, 83, 82 respectively, 89 steal, 92 perimeter defense, rebounding high 70s for her size, 93 speed, 92 speed with ball. But they just juiced up her badges. This is a ton of badges. Challenger, Deadeye, Float Game, Hall of Famers, Layup Mix Master, Lightning Launch, Mini Marksman, Off-Ball Best, Pick Dodger. I think she has like 11 Hall of Fame badges. Let's see. Yep, 11. There's only 3 of these 2 on the market. That's crazy. Her Metascore, man, 52.94. I mean, that's pretty elite, but I get it, man. Only 6'1", and it's a testament to how juiced the stats and badges are on this card. It's one of the most juiced for a diamond and pink diamond that we have so far. But she this would be like a high 50s, maybe even 60 card if she wasn't like 6'1". So that's the thing that's kind of crummy, but you can kind of build around that. I like this direction though. This is the step in the right direction that 2K just needs to continue pushing and iterating on, but they haven't quite nailed it yet. Next up, number 2. That's right, the big shocker. Shaq is not the best card in this set, but let's talk about Big Shaq before I get some angry comments here. 53.86 on the Metascore. I mean, that's good, man. But I mean, Boogie Cousins is like a 50, and you'll see it. 325 pounds, 7'1" build wise. 325 pounds is pretty close to as big as it gets. He's like having a tank out there in the paint. All the post stats are super juice, as you can see. 26 3-ball. Don't even try to shoot threes with this version of Shaq, man. And that's why his score is so low. 3 balls are very meta in this game. Driving dunk 95, standing dunk 95, pass accuracy 70, blocks 97, interior rebounding 97. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Speed 87. So yeah, he's just like he's just like a rhino out there, just a big dude barreling down the court. So I think that can work in the right lineups if you have enough shooting around it. Badge-wise, box out beast, brick wall, a movable enforcer, paint patroller, paint prodigy. This is a total whale card. I mean, that's the terminology that I'm going to be using kind of going forward, is like, this is a whale card. This is a card that we're normal people like us who actually like to invest our money and do other things with it other than just like handing it over to 2K. That's who that card is for. So that leaves us with the very last card, and it is, that's right, good old Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is the top guy in the game. If you just click on his badges here, now that I can show the whole website, he's got off-ball pass, on-ball menace, challenger, layup mix master, physical finisher. I would just try to juice up it and add those shooting badges for him. This is one of the best diamonds in the game, period. Scotty is the best card in the set, 6'7", 225 pounds. Driving layup 89, post stats high 70s, draw foul 89, close shot 90, midi 91, 3-pointer 86, driving dunk 85, and yeah, I mean he's pretty solid. I would definitely consider using him like at the probably at the 3. You're just going to be using a lot bigger players, but he has like a high floor, kind of does everything well, and those cards aren't as like flashy as some of these other cards that people pay a bunch for, but this is one of the best diamonds, one of the best bargains that you are going to find out there. He's very good, 53.91. I mean, technically, like, Scotty Barnes is better than Shaq on the model, but I mean they have very comparable value for different reasons. Like, you're not going to be using Shaq in lineups where you're just going to be bombing threes, and you're not really going to be using Scotty Barnes, at the 4 position against some taller lineups. But he does everything else well. I really liked the effort in trying to juice the WNBA cards. I have no problem with that. They just haven't quite hit it yet, and they need to keep iterating. We got some good cards in the set. This was much better than the Limitless drop, which was pretty terrible. Worst set in 2 years, I think. Tim Duncan, and that's from someone like me who's generally very positive. Anybody that watches my videos, I'm usually more optimistic and constructive than some of the other engagement farming whiny boys do. But yeah, still not a fan of like undersized WNBA players. I think they need to just use those, just dole those out. And if you're going to do it, just juice them up and make them good salary cap players or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things that they can do. I also think, I think another thing that they can do very easily is, instead of just positioning them as like 2 positions very specifically, like shooting guard or small forward, just let them play like 4 out of 5 positions, like forward guard or like a center forward, or and like an option for a guard. Like I don't know. There's different permutations that they can stick with, but I'm all for it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It'd help me a bunch if you hit that like button or subscribe. And yeah, I'll be getting these out, but I will keep my eye on what's going on with King of the Court, and I'll probably do something on that this weekend. So take it easy.